Good morning, everyone. I was reading The Dreamer of the Dream in A Course in Miracles, and clearly it's the idea that this is a dream and you are the dreamer, right? You are not part of someone else's dream, right? This is not real, there is no world, and you are the dreamer of this dream of time and space, of separation, correct? So the responsibility for the dream has to be accepted if you will want to wake up. And what's so beautiful is it says here suffering is an emphasis upon all the world has done to injure you. Right? That's what suffering is. You want to suffer because then you can look a victim. Right? I'm a victim. Look at what's being done to me. Right? I'm suffering. This world is doing this to me. No, the world isn't doing anything to you because it isn't anything. Right? You're doing it unto yourself. Right? So, no. This is your dream. You're doing this to yourself. Right? And so beautiful. It says he must be innocent because he knows not what he does, but what is done to him, right? Yet his own attack upon himself apparent still, right? I'm being attacked. I'm a victim, right? And so the reversal of thought then occurs when you wake up, is you start taking responsibility, right? No, I am dreaming this, so I'm not a victim. I'm doing this to myself, although it looks like someone else is doing this to me, right? No matter what it is, whatever the world is doing to you right here, right now, right? Acceptance of responsibility will set you free. But that really entails the necessity to see yourself as the dreamer of the dream. You are doing this unto yourself. That's the secret of salvation. Huh? I love this. It says, the reasoning by which the world is made, on which it rests, by which it is maintained, is simply this. You are the cause of what I do. Your presence justifies my wrath, and you exist and think separate from me. While you attack, I must be innocent, and what I suffer from is your attack. That's the thinking of the world, correct? That's what everyone in this world believes, right? I'm a victim. Things are being done to me. There's a world outside of me, right? Not true, right? The reversal of thought is that you're doing this unto yourself. That's awakening. That's spiritual transformation, right? As it says here, vengeance must have a focus, right? Your vengeance that you projected out there in the world, right? That you now see coming back at you, right? Because you put it out there, right? Must have a focus. You're going to focus in on someone who is attacking you, someone who is hurting you, someone who you hate, someone who you are not willing to forgive, right? Vengeance must have a focus. Otherwise, is the avenger's knife in his own hand and pointing to himself. So he must see it in another's hand if he will be a victim of attack he did not choose. Right? So the whole idea that you, and many of us start laughing at this because we recognize that it's not true, right? No matter how much you want to be justified in being a victim, it's impossible that you'll be unjustly treated. Whatever is happening to you, you choose for, and it happens as you've chosen, right? That's it, right? So by now, assuming responsibility for the whatever's happening to you, doesn't matter what it is. There's no exception to this, right? There's no exception to what these lessons apply to. I love it. It says the part you play in salvaging the world from condemnation is your own escape, which is true. How can you save the world? Escape from it. How do you escape from it? Forgive it. Right? We don't escape this world by death. You forgive it. Forgiveness is the escape. Right? It says the witnesses to sin all stand within one little space, and it is here you find the cause of your perspective on the world. Once you are unaware of what the cause of everything the world appeared to thrust upon you, uninvited and unasked must really be. But of one thing you are sure, right? You're the cause of it, right? Of all the many causes you perceived as bringing pain and suffering to you, your guilt was not among them. I love it. I love the reversal of thought, the reversal of thinking, accepting a thought system that's opposite to the world's thinking, because that will set you free. The world will teach you that you're a victim, that things are being done to you. Now in your awakening, you accept that you doing this. Whatever someone seems to be doing to you, you can stop yourself in your thought and say, wait a minute, I have a choice. At that moment, I can believe that I'm a victim, or I can believe that I'm the cause of this. Those are your two choices. The one leads to suffering, the other leads to happiness. One leads to bondage, the other leads to freedom. The other will bind you to this world, the other will set you free, well, will raise your frequency. Those are your only two choices, truth and illusions. Only one of them is true. Huh? But you do have a choice. The power of decision is your own. But that's the only choice you have. At any moment, whatever seems to be happening to you, right? Whatever choice you make, and you make it really fast. Often you don't even realize you're making the choice, right? Because the moment you suffer, it's too late. You've already made the choice to suffer. But in your awakening, you become more and more sensitive to the awareness that you do have a choice, right? So you stop yourself and go, wait a minute, I know what seems to be happening to me. And my first reaction is, I want to be a victim. I want to defend myself, right? But I remember that, wait a minute, I'm the cause of this. I'm not going to defend myself, because if I don't defend myself, I won't be attacked, right? If I defend myself, I'm attacked. But if I don't defend myself, I set myself free, okay? But that's that for a moment in your mind where you stop. And once you stop, right, that response then becomes your salvation. Not only that, if you practice that more and more, it becomes your first response to everything. Your first response will not be to defend yourself. Your first response will be to forgive it, okay? To invite it in. Beautiful, huh? So that's really what it is. This is chapter 27 in A Course in Miracles. I'm reading it right here outside as the sun rises above these beautiful Cordoba mountains, and it's still a little bit cool. It's still early in the morning. The birds are singing, and I'm just practicing the lesson for today. I'm setting the tone. I'm setting the tone for what I want today to be for me, which is I want to remind myself of the truth today. I want to remind myself I'm the cause of it, and that I've invented the world I see, that it's not doing anything to me, but it's simply a representation of my own thoughts, right? In other words, there isn't a world out there. It's in my mind. And whatever it seems to be doing to me, emphasis on seems, because it's not real, I ask for and receive as I've asked. Now I can make a choice, because by staying in that awareness and repeating that throughout the day, I can say, wait a minute, I have a choice here, right? And it's continuous, right? As you go throughout the day, there are many, many choices you make. And some of them seem to be harder than others, right? It's so easy to respond with anger and with condemnation. But then you go like, wait, that's not it, right? I have another choice. I have also a choice that makes me free in this moment, that sets me free. So I just wanted to put that out there for a moment. And it's this practicing together. Because when you're waking up, we're in this together in that sense, no? I know what you're going through, you know what I'm going through. It's an individual process, and yet we're also perfectly aware that each one of us is dealing with it as best as he allows himself to be at any moment. So being a reminder for each other is the one thing that we can do for each other. Like, I'll remind you, and if I forget for a moment, you'll remind me. But that's all it is. You help each other, right? You remind each other. That's why you teach. You teach because it's a reminder. So I love you. I hope you have a great, great day wherever and whenever you are. And I'll see you out there.